What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and Kamala, no! Kamala, no! Oh my goodness. Penny by penny spending has now been released for Kamala Harris, and several more curious payments made to people who are already literal billionaires have come out, and many people are calling it money laundering. And, well, it seems like, in my opinion, most presidential candidate runs and most political campaign runs are some combination of money laundering and bribery and shenanigans. But in this case, a new bombshell report came out that it wasn't just Oprah, and it wasn't just Reverend Al Sharpton, who got paid large sums of money, and it wasn't just Call Her Daddy's $100,000 cardboard cutout set recreation, but now it was a massive additional payment made to Beyonce for like a 5-second speech. You can go ahead and tell me that that's not money laundering, but I won't believe you, or a bribe, or paying for endorsement. Any one of those things we can agree on, okay? But why on earth are you paying Beyonce's production company $200,000 for her to give a 2-second speech on stage? Somebody's going to jail. Probably not Kamala Harris. Certainly she would have spent her money better on our last chance delicious winter selection coffee available in whole bean and ground. 15% off today till midnight. Get some for yourself. Do me a favor, if you're someone who likes coffee, get it for them for Christmas or bring it to a Christmas party. We got sugar plum, vanilla sugar cookie. We got hot butter rum, and we have gingerbread. A little bit of creamer or whole milk, a little bit of natural sweetener. The flavor should be on the back end, like an aftertaste. All four of these, I think, are delicious. We worked extremely hard on them. Promo code WINTER4 sale in the description below. It wasn't only Oprah. Kamala Harris paid Beyonce's production company too. Remember when Oprah got the $1 million payment to her quote-unquote production company, a company that she just so happens to own 90% of? She came out saying, "Oh my girl, I didn't get paid. Just this company that I own 90% of got paid." Presidential campaign paid Beyonce's production company $165,000, according to newly released records from Federal Election Commission. The latest insight into how the vice president's campaign blew through $1 billion. The payment went to Parkwood Productions Media, LLC, on November 19th, about 1 month after the two appeared at an event in Beyonce's hometown of Houston. The company is also known by its more public name, Parkwood Entertainment, a management, production, and record label founded by the singer-songwriter in 2008. Oh, so Beyonce owns 100% of the company that got $165,000 to pay for her production costs. You've got to be kidding me. The campaign paid Oprah's production company in two separate $500,000 sums. And of course, Oprah Winfrey went on to say that she didn't take a personal fee. Well, she spent $1 million for a 1-hour TV special. However, the people who worked on that production needed to be paid and were, end of story. Were they all paid 100 times their average wage? Is that what they were paying for? Harris's campaign and vice presidential office, of course, denied to respond to requests for comment. USA Today also reached out to Parkwood Entertainment, although Harris repeatedly entered her campaign events to the score of Beyonce's freedom. The two did not appear together until roughly 11 days before the election, when $165,000 exchanged hands. Totally coincidentally, Beyonce didn't even perform at the October 25th event, but declared her support for Harris alongside Destiny's Child groupmate Kelly Rowland. I don't know who that is. The event provided a backdrop for Harris to lean into reproductive rights, a top issue Harris made on the campaign trail. The Houston rally held at Shell Energy Stadium had a concert-like feeling. The roughly 30,000 attendees were given light-up wristbands that changed colors to it, and the DJ played top pop rap hits from Beyonce to Bad Bunny. So nobody performed. These dorks showed up thinking they were going to get a concert. They didn't get a concert. In fact, Beyonce got nearly $200,000 for about a 30-second speech. I don't know. Now, on top of that, well, let's go show this. Details are now emerging. Harris's $1.5 billion campaign, spending not only on Oprah, but here's how much she spent for Beyonce to just appear at an event. The rampant and huge financial decisions of the Kamala Harris campaign have actually sparked severe criticism and raised significant questions about the effectiveness of such high-profile endorsements and events, noted USA Today. Donald Trump didn't need to pay people to show up. He's so popular, people showed up for free for their own clout. Pretty sure Kid Rock hasn't really been relevant in a long time, otherwise thanks to Donald Trump's 2 presidential campaigns. I'm not saying that Kid Rock is a nobody. I'm just saying his day in the limelight has long passed. Here's some FAQs. Why has the spending of the Harris campaign come under so much scrutiny? Well, they now paid Beyonce $165,000. They paid $1 million to Harpo. They quote unquote donated $500,000 to Reverend Al Sharpton's quote unquote nonprofit that I'm sure he's solely in charge of. I mean, then you have Kamala Harris smiling awkwardly as viral video of Biden's ignore them. They freaking hate her. Here's the video. There's Kamala. They didn't even look at her. Can you blame them? I mean, Nancy Pelosi allegedly organized a coup, essentially, to get Joe Biden out of office. Why would Jill, and by the way, more importantly, Jill Biden, who's basically has had total control, why would they like her? I can't imagine that they're big fans of the woman responsible for him getting pushed out of office. I just don't believe that there's any kind of huge love there. There probably wasn't any love in the first place to be lost. On top of that, now her own staff is turning on her, particularly the woke black ones. Black staffers who worked for Kamala Harris's presidential campaign accuse leadership of mistreatment. Here are the stunning claims they've made. Ooh, stunning claims. Of course, white staffers didn't have any problems, allegedly. The frustrations of black campaign staffers culminated in a survey which found that black employees felt their ideas were ignored at a much higher rate than their peers. In some cases, staffers reported outright racial discrimination. But wait, Kamala is black, isn't she? Or was she identifying as Indian during this racial discrimination? The leadership was made aware of these issues, but staffers feared speaking out, worried about the impact on their future careers. But now they're going to do it anyway? These people are not smart. But they also told her, these are probably the same people that told her not to go on Joe Rogan. A key point of these claims was the fact that not enough people of color were hired, and that the campaign didn't contract with black or Latino-owned consulting firms. Pretty sure they did. Pretty sure they paid every famous black person as much money as they would take to endorse her. Every athlete. These frustrations were expressed during a post-election call with Angela Ray, a political strategist, where employees voiced their anger about the campaign's lack of investment. They had plenty of money, and how their work in key battleground states was underfunded and haphazard. Despite these concerns, campaign leadership appeared to be in denial about the situation in Philadelphia. After the election, and campaign chair Jen O'Malley Dillon sent an email to all staffers claiming that Harris's campaign had overperformed in terms of voter turnout, especially in non-white areas. However, Trump overperformed expectations with key demographics ultimately winning Pennsylvania, a crucial battleground state. Failure to connect with voters of color, especially in Philadelphia, saw Harris receive far fewer votes than even old white guy President Biden. Democrat operatives has sparked debate over whether the lack of voter outreach or disconnect in messaging was to blame for underwhelming performance in these communities. Now, it may shock you to hear this. I am not black. But what I can tell you is this woman underperformed with everybody, not just black folks. Why do you think that was? Well, it's because she was nuclear unlikely. She was turbo unlikable. She was wildly unlikable, wildly fake. Did anybody think the black community was going to be like, herder, yeah, wow, she sounds just like us momentarily. She's got my vote. That's what Kamala Harris thought. Kamala Harris thought she could put on a fake black accent for about 8 seconds on demand, and then the black community would suddenly fawn all over her. That's not how it works. Of course, old Slick Willie says that Kamala Harris had an impossible job as a person who could legally use campaign funds. What? Who could only legally use campaign funds? Well, she used $1.5 billion and she pissed it all away. She pissed it all away on clout. Clout does not equal votes. She never actually ran on any issues. All she did was copy what Donald Trump said and said Orange Man bad. Pretty sure the entire world is pretty well over Orange Man bad in 2024. That's just my opinion. You know, I don't know. I never thought Orange Man was bad. There are certainly lots of people who have come out of the woodwork now and said, I no longer think Orange Man bad. So she ran on a stupid platform. She was unlikable and she pissed away all the money. Good riddance. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.